What's up, guys? We're at Behemoth HQ today talking about the lateral ball slam. We're a big fan of the lateral ball slam because we're working a ton of different planes of motion that we typically wouldn't. We're going across the frontal plane, going across the transverse plane. And as you guys know, we are very, very big fans of working outside of that one sagittal plane that a lot of these functional movement patterns exist in. So let's take a look at the lateral ball slam. Okay, a couple points of performance that we really want to focus on here. Number one, we don't want to treat this movement as a movement starting from the ground. Even though we're slamming the ball to the ground, we want to pick this ball up around the mid-shin height and start our rotational work from there. Okay, that's going to allow us to really grasp our body position, get ourselves into a much better spinal position, and work on some bracing as we go through our movement. That's going to be a little bit harder to do when we're all the way down in this crouched over position. I can almost feel my knee driving into my diaphragm. It's a little bit harder to do. So when we do this movement, we want to pick it up and we want to start from right about the mid-shin position before we go and slam to the opposite side. Second thing we want to think about is we want some rotation of the back leg and the back hip. Like you guys are swinging a baseball bat or swinging a golf club, we do not want that back leg to be dormant. We want it to rotate, okay? Almost like we're squashing a bug, swinging a baseball bat, swinging a golf club, okay? Third point, as we are slamming the ball to the ground, we want to think about closing the gap. So I do not want to stand tall. I want to bring my chest to the top of my leg as I'm slamming the ball down. Number one, that's going to allow us to focus on the benefit of the slam ball, which is, or one of the benefits of the slam ball, which is that violent hip flexion. Very few movements out there working on violent hip flexion versus violent hip extension. So as we come on up, chest to the leg, right? Flexing at the hips. It's a big, big, big important piece of the lateral ball slam, okay? And then the last thing that we want to think about is keeping the weight, in this case, the slam ball, close to the body, close to the center of our mass as we go through this movement. It's going to make this weight feel more like the weight rather than heavier, and it's going to help us go into our next repetition appropriately, and it's going to help crisp up this movement, okay? What I mean by that is, right, slamming the ball close to my body and keeping the ball close to my center of my mass rather than, right, now I have to go chase the ball, or if I'm coming up with that slam ball, right, bringing that ball out in front of me, bringing it way too high overhead. We want to keep that slam ball as close to the center of our mass as possible. That right there is the lateral slam ball.